Hey everybody, happy Friday night. I'm gonna play this record tonight. One Fine Color. Oh, it's backwards on Instagram. Take me under and make me understand. Block my lungs off and make me appreciate the air. Show me the way to touch my toes. Make it a little bit easier now, this pain that ever grows. Show me the way to do the things I've always wanted to do. Open up my eyes, tell me all about these lies that I've been telling. Biting the fantasies and those dreams my own demons were selling. Show me the way to spread my wings. Make me wonder how I never trusted those things. I know that I could fly the highest if I'm only given the time. The time. It's gonna take microphones and stages and many people rearranging what their plans are for the nighttime. Hope they show up at the right time and I'll sing them my song and I hope they sing along. I know they always sing along in my imagination. Take me under and make me understand. Block my lungs off and make me appreciate the air. Show me the way to touch my toes. Make it a little bit easier now, this pain it ever grows. Show me the way to do the things I always thought that I could do. That I could do. That I could do. It's gonna take microphones and stages and many people rearranging what your plans are for the nighttime. Glad you showed up at the right time and I'll sing you my song and I hope you sing along. I know you always sing along in my imagination. By any stretch of my imagination, I must always pour my whole self into every destination. Make it a little bit easier now. Stretch my limbs into wings. Into wings. Into wings. Stretch my limbs into wings. Into wings. La da da da. Alright, that was Stretch. That's the opening track on One Fine Color. We put this record out in 2006. It's a Ryan Montbleau band record. It had James Cohen on drums, Matty Generos on bass, Lawrence Scudder on viola, Jason Cohen on keys, Yauba on percussion. And we had some friends of ours help out with it too. This track had a great trumpet solo, great trumpet part by Garrett Savluk from the Boston Horns. This song's called Quickie. It's about a quickie. I shouldn't tell you how good it is to see you again. Old friends, situation sure got sticky. But we made it through and here we are face to face again. And I can't tell you how fine it feels to be standing by your side. Old friend, how's your father, how's your family? How is your life? It's so good to see how you can still look me in the eye. How did we end up here at this party? All of our friends swinging baby side to side. You know you don't have to speak another sound. We'll sit here and have another couple rounds. Something about you and me that always stacked up so nicely pound for pound. Seems like we just put that little fire out, but now it's heating on up again. I can feel the temperature rise. I can feel a little swelling under my necktie. I can almost smell it on your breath. So then you might think you might have spilled a little bit of something, a little bit of wine on your dress. And I know a little place down the hall where you could go and wash it off and I could keep you company. No one here would mind 9:15 by the Mickey. On my wristwatch, so it skip hop down the hall to that door. 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 I can't tell you how good it is to see you again. Old friend, now it's 9 by the Mickey. On my wristwatch, so it skip hop off the floor. I'm back to the party. Say a quick hello, how are you? And I'm back to being me. And you're back to being you. Situation sure got sticky. But now we're 4 feet on the floor and we can worry. We can worry about what for. Yeah. We can worry about what for. I can't tell you how good it is to see you again. Nice quickie. My friend Hippie Mike Warner, who passed away last year, he gave me a Mickey Mouse watch because of the lyrics of that song, because I didn't have one. The only Mickey watch I ever had. I'll get it. Got a heart of gold, but she doesn't have a lot to say. Yeah, she eases up my mind. Good things and sunshine all the time. Now I was lost and wondering about a world that seems so out of control. Stormy Sunday, sunny Mondays, call you when I get the time. Leave a little note about the telephone. But then there came that day, I was minding me of mine. She stepped over into my world, and along came that sunshine. I was wasting my time thinking about those memories of old. And I stepped over into her water, saw the reflection of my soul. And don't she brighten up my day? She got a heart of gold, but she doesn't have a lot to say. And she eases up my mind. Good things and sunshine all the time. Well, she lightens up my songs. She got eyes like wine and a mouth I can gamble on. And she eases up my mind. Sweet taste and sunshine all the time. And now I was lost and wondering about a world that seems so out of control. Just seems so out of control. Call you when I get the time. Leave a little note about the telephone. But then there came that day, I was minding me of mine. And she stepped over into my world, and along came that sunshine. I was wasting my time thinking about those memories of old. And I stepped over into her water, saw the reflection. I saw the reflection. Reflection, the reflection of my soul. and sunshine. Sweet little breezes, little sunshine. Jelly beans and sunshine, and sunshine, sunshine all the time. All the time, yeah. Good God Almighty, there's sunshine all the time, yeah. All right. That song is called Inspired by No One. We used to rock that with the band for years. That was a staple of our sets. I don't play it as much solo because I always felt like it was better with the band and really need some bass and stuff, but that song has meant a lot to me over the years. It just really, we played it a lot and it was always great to play with the band. And it's called Inspired by No One because it wasn't inspired by anyone when I wrote it. But I remember then, after I wrote it, I already had the song called Inspired by No One. We had another song called The Old-Fashioned Way. I remember playing that at Harper's Ferry in Boston. And that song was very short-lived because it was similar to that one, but that one was better. So I remember we had the song called The Old-Fashioned Way, and I was sitting, I think, on my couch in my apartment in Somerville, across from Lawrence, playing the viola. And we just jammed that late night once, and it felt so good. And it was like simpler, and that became the song instead of The Old-Fashioned Way. I had this new song with different lyrics, and it was simpler, and it was called Inspired by No One, and it was inspired by no one, so I just called it that. But then shortly after that, I remember, or sometime, pretty shortly after that, I remember I met a young lady, and we were dating for a little while, and I was like, oh my God. It was like I had a premonition, because I said it was inspired by no one, but it was really inspired by her, but I didn't know her yet. And it was just like, wow, I'm like psychic, you know? And then it quickly, she broke up with me in an email, and I was like, yeah, that song's called Inspired by No One. Yeah, because she had nothing to do with it. So, you live and you learn. I used to have a woman, now I just have women. I used to have some good luck, now I just carry these charms. I used to have a fine sense of humor, but I traded it for complications. Now instead of reaching for the distance, I just fold these tired arms. I used to dream in one fine color, sweet, hazy, sublime shade of red. Now it's just a black and white, or else some strange and psychedelic nightmare. A whole mess of colors swirling round instead. And it seems that one love is far greater than many. One feeling never can be ignored. Two times the fun can be far too many. And too much of a good thing ain't no good. I used to give away a flower a day, now I got me a field of roses that stare back at me from the window and ask me for somewhere to go. Used to leave the light on after sunset, now I just sit in the darkness, count the hours as they roll by, and I sip my bourbon slow. And I know one love is far greater than many. One feeling never can be ignored. Two times the fun can be far too many. And too much of a good thing ain't no good. It ain't no good, it ain't no good. One love is far greater than many. One feeling never can be ignored. Two times the fun can be far too many. And too much of a good thing ain't no good. It ain't no good. It ain't no good. Too much of a good thing, it ain't no good. One Fine Color. That's the title track. I didn't know that was going to be the title track of the record till after we made the record. I usually don't know the titles of records until after we make them. And then, and in those days I would, I still do it, kind of. I wrote out, I looked at all the lyrics on the whole record after we had made it. And I laid out, I picked out any kind of colorful phrase that I thought could maybe be an album name. And that was one of them. And that was the name of the song, but I only say it once in the song. And I thought it was cool that it's only said once on the record. But there was something about it. It just fit the moment. It was like there was something about one. It was like the first real record we made. It was the first real studio record. And the first band record we did. And we made it at Applehead Recording in Saugerties, New York, right on the Saugerties-Woodstock line. Mike Birdbaum's place, and Chris Bittner was the engineer. Brilliant. Made it with us, with Mike, and that's what became One Fine Color. I have this amazing book. I'll show you some of this actually. I'll get back to the music, I promise. But our good friend Ryan Laurie is an amazing photographer, and he was around us a lot in those days. And this is a book, you can't get this anywhere. He made this and just sent it to a few of us because I think it was so expensive to make. It's like super high quality photos, all of which he shot. And I'll show you a few of them if you want, because this is the time. This is One Fine Color days. Around 2005, 2006 we made it. That's us at what became another building at Applehead. Oh, I'm sorry, it's gonna look kind of weird. And I'll show everybody. That's the guys. Lawrence and Maddie and Jay and me and James. And Yahuba's not in the photo. But these are the guys. This is us in front of the barn there. In those days, we were touring full time with the five of us because we couldn't fit anymore in the band, but we would get Yahuba whenever we could get him. And he came in the studio and did some stuff. Oh, Maddie's glowing. That's the guys. That's us in front of the barn at Applehead. Sorry, Instagram. Oh. And then there's so many good photos in here. I wish I could show them to you all, but this is us, a bunch of goofballs. Maddie with the pumped up pose. Me and James sitting around the studio. There's so many. But this is Dave the goat. We put a picture of him inside the CD, I think. That's Dave. Somebody made me a t-shirt with Dave the goat on it, and I still have it. This is Modown, I'm pretty sure. Wait, yeah, it'll say. Yeah, Turin, New York, 2007. Modown. This is like the crowd looking back at me. I wonder if you're in there, anybody. That was a huge deal for us. That was a big set. Because we had been working upstate New York for so long, like by that point, you know, so long, we had just been really playing there quite a bit. So we had a thing built up. So by the time we had our first kind of real festival set around there, there was all this energy built up. And I remember the energy in that tent was amazing. But anyway, thanks for that. And I'll show you, this is the record that we made that you probably listened to it a lot more than I have. But I was always proud of, like, we had the flip out thing. Sorry, the lights are weird. But we made it. It's like roots on the cover, and then you got the tree. That's it. Yeah, and that's the Blutica shirt representing. All right, back to the music. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And any donations tonight I'm splitting with People's Place, which is a big food pantry and thrift store in Ulster County, New York, where we made this record. Coincidentally, Applehead is the same room where I made Woodstock Sessions and Patience on Friday, but Woodstock Sessions just a few years ago. Went back in there with Tall Heights and made a live record in the studio. Alright, I had to relearn a couple of these intros I haven't played in a while, but it's interesting to go back and listen to a record you made so long ago. Be like, wow, that was pretty good there, or something, or like, or what was I thinking? I don't know. Anyway. Should be happy, prime of my life, singular, wild and free. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I still want to be everything. Have you ever wanted to be everything? Sometimes the dreaming gets so overwhelming. So So many places, so many places. Take me down to the ocean, to the ever-lapping shores. Fly me high in the mountains where it's all one open door. Drive me into the city where the crazies come out at night, and I'll be one of them. I'll be one of them this time. And I should be willing, I should be down for the adventure, standing up and stabbing westward on and along the trail. Pick up my things in bed. But now there's so much unfinished, so much open-ended business, and sadness and pleasure so close together I can't seem to tell the difference. Better take it all, I guess. Give me Friday night apartments with red-faced tears of laughter, jumping up and down, drinking happy ever after. Build a wall of good people and you can't beat a young man's pride. So I'll be one of them, I'll be one of them this time. Open my eyes and make me wonder. Show me all there is to see. Give me music, give me more people, dirty magazines and poetry. Give me variety in all its forms. Give me everything, and then give me more and more and more and more and more. Give me something I can taste, that I can see, that I can feel, that I can be. Variety. Give me variety, variety, variety. Variety won't bring her back to me. I should be happy, prime of my life, single and wild and far from free, and bound by all this variety. And now there's too much of everything that I ever really want to be everything, and now the memories are so overwhelming. So many places, so many places where she used to be. So many memories flooding through my head as I do these. I always remember, this is not a cool story, but when the original impetus to make the record came, we were touring like crazy. This is when we were doing 200 shows a year. I remember we did 206 shows in 2006, and that was about what we were doing, and we were just going crazy on the road. And it was at for some reason I was talking to whoever, I forget, I don't want to get into it, but people manager at the time, whatever, and the idea was oh, we should make a record. It was it was always just about shows so much that it was this crystal clear moment. And it was as I was at the gas pump filling up the van, I remember looking at the little numbers going, and it was just the record, we're gonna make a record. And that was it. That was the beginning of One Pint Color. So, never underestimate your gas station moments, I guess. Oh, okay, well. Alright, up next, track 7 on One Fine Colors. It's all been done before. Make some adjustments. He was the son of a loving businessman. Young days filled with affluent affection. Late nights all alone, walking along those suburban roads, searching for some cosmic connection. And as he walked those tree-lined roads, he would swear himself a sacred oath to always reach up endless towards the sky. Walking through the midnight dew, he would curse the lack of something new, stare up at the sky and wonder why. Why it's all been done before, and so it will again. Nothing new left for me to do, he said. And it's all been done before, it's all been tried and true and said. There must be something somewhere out there, someone there. She was the daughter of a military man, each year marked by a different direction. Seasons spent in the solitude of some transitory plan, running from any constant connection. Just as she might settle in, the orders came to leave again, and she'd stare down at the ground and refuse to cry. Bags packed and off to go, she would swear herself a silent oath to someday stay in one place just for a while. Because it's all been done before, and so it will again. Nothing new is ever new, she said. And it's all been done before, it's all been tried and true and said. And it makes no bit of difference in the end. They met on a moonlit night when the evergreens were waving ever so slightly in that misty western wind. He walked along his usual path, and she sat upon her brand new old fence. And through the haze of the streetlight, their eyes met. Their eyes met. Their eyes met. And then they started up a conversation, just a simple little conversation, and that was it. It seemed like endless nights and days. It did not take long for him to say, "You're the one for me, I'll buy you a diamond ring." And together we will see the world, walk every inch upon this earth. We will climb the highest mountains, sail the shining seas, do everything. And she said, no, it's all been done before. Worry not your head. Me and you is something new, she said. And it's all been done before, it's all been tried and true and said. I want you, not something new, is what she said. He lifted up his head, looked her in the eye, said, I think I understand. For the first time in my life, that it's all been done before. And it's all been done before. Ain't it beautiful? It's all been done before. Well, speaking of it's all been done before, something about these next couple songs seem to still apply, and maybe they always will. These were written during the George W. Bush president years, and there was a lot of angst then too. There was a lot of worry about going to war with Iraq for reasons that seem sketchy at best. You know, I don't know. We don't have to get into it, but. A lot of people are rightfully concerned right now, and I am. But it's also, it's I don't know, it kind of helps you to remember it's not the only time people have been concerned, or we should be concerned. A lot of crazy stuff happens through history, and we're living through a crazy moment right now. But we got to build something great out of this. Yeah. The colors of my country, the colors of a bruise, with 50 stars to signify that no one's born to lose. And the gifts that we've been given come bestowed by tired hands, tied to no known race, religion, or native of this land. And I am falling into a freedom trail, high as any mountain range as yet unknown. And I am falling into a freedom cheer now, celebrating all the many things that I hold dear. So I celebrate this freedom, and I celebrate my home, and I celebrate this fenced-in land that we are standing on. No, I celebrate and celebrate and celebrate again. And I use this day to celebrate my thick American skin. Meanwhile, the fate of all the world is knocking at the door, and we say, this is private property, don't come round here no more. And we are falling into a freedom trail, deep as any gold mine as yet unshown. And we are falling into a freedom fear now, afraid of losing all the many things that we hold dear. And the colors of my country, the colors of a bruise, and a big bloody mess to glorify the red, the white, the blue. And these fights that we are fighting, I fear will help no future day, and only hinder Lady Liberty wandering on her way. No, these fights that we are fighting, I hope will help some future day, and may they not hinder all of us as we wander on our way. May we please not hinder Lady Liberty wandering on her way. Here's my open letter to the council for the benefit of all that is seen and unseen. It's been time since I have written for the things that we have given, me and all my brothers and my sisters and the lovers in the street, all saving a lonely goodbye. For a time we're born to shun, but surely someday soon will come. But we will pass pleasantries even under the gun. Here's my open letter to the words written by feathers dipped in the ink of several generations' blood, throwing fits through conduits to future generations. It's a fool's game to rule in the practice of what's already done, composing a lonely goodbye. For a time when you are gone, to any victim yet unborn, but we will tell it like it is, even under the gun. It's taken most of what I am to understand that we are in the same boat. Despite the things that I might say, my will is never far away to keep going. Keep going, keep on going, 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 even under the gun. Here's my open letter to the president of which whatever big white palace in the mud, killing, slashing, underhand, hype, laughing not to understand your fellow man who marches in line and makes the most of his time. Now you're shouting a lonely goodbye, not to let your people go, but we are here to let you know we will tell it like it is, even under the gun. We will move right on, even under the gun. We will dance right on, even under the gun. We will move right on, even under the gun. Yeah, under the gun. That one really resonates right now. Alright, moving along. Got a few more for you. There's 3 more songs on this record. Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody, and thanks for the donations that we've been splitting with the food pantries in the past weeks of different areas. There hasn't been a rule, but I've been giving roughly 40% of what comes into whatever food bank, and then tonight I'll do half, and I don't know, I've just been kind of playing it by ear, and your donations have really helped me in this weird time But now I feel like I'm pretty good. I'm starting to get some gigs, but it's still a little scary. I bought a house. I don't have a ton of gigs on the radar, and I don't know what's happening. Like, you know, so it helps me out, but I feel good, so I'm trying to help some other people out too, and you've been doing that, so thank you. This is a song that I've been playing for a long time, and I never get sick of playing it. And there's other ones I do, kind of, you know, but not real, you know, but there's certain ones that just kind of hold on, and this one always feels good. Tell me your number, you can tell me your name. Tell me your shoe size, little darling, you can tell me anything. Just don't tell me you got better things to do. Talking about long walks in the sunshine, I'm talking about loving you. Tell me that I'm out of my mind for trying. Tell me to save my 2 cents for another dollar gonna be denied. Just don't tell me you got better things to do. I'm talking about nothing short of spectacular. I'm talking about we loving you. From that very first moment that I laid my eyes upon you, the sunshine of life came rolling on into view. Bet another dollar I can make my 2 cents sound more crazy, but I do believe I'm falling in love with every inch and every mannerism of you. Little flip of your hair, shape of your feet, and the way you're looking at me sideways as we're walking down the street. I think I like to, love to, hate to leave you, need you, wanna squeeze you all the time. Paint me pink with polka dots, honey. Take a look at my heart-shaped honeymoon eyes. Tell me your number, tell me your name. Tell me your favorite color, little darling, you can tell me anything. Just don't tell me you got better things to do. I'm talking about long walks in the sunshine, long nights in the moonshine. Take another step and you're all mine. I'm talking about loving you, loving you, loving you, loving you. All right, that's Honeymoon Eyes. I got two more. This next one is the boat song. What if we were in the same boat, rolling on a green sea, listening to the water, no ordered future, no sordid old wet memories? What if time was not the issue, and we could just go on for days and days and days? Never need for, never miss you, give you nothing more than a smile on your face. What if I had 10 good reasons to love you and to leave you, darling, better than the you were before? What if we were in the same boat, only to keep on moving on? What if we had 10 different reasons to love upon and leave each other, separate to head on for the shores? What if we were in the same boat, only to keep on moving on, moving on? Seems like I've been on this trip so long, little splashes all I see. 10 more lovers to the wind, and once again I'm left with me. Seems that as my time draws nearer, I look into the mirror at a face that's had its fun and kept moving on, always moving on, with no one. But what if we were in the same boat, rolling to the same beat, listening to each other, no eyes for another, no need to ever look away? What if we could stay together and simply move on, day after day after day, sun and stormy weather, side by side together, you and I always. Sun and stormy weather, you and I forever moving on always. Sun and a stormy weather, you and I forever moving on always. Always. Boat song. I remember I was in Manioc, Pennsylvania when I thought of the idea for that song. It popped into my head. And I think I finished it elsewhere. But this next one is the last one on the record, on One Fine Color. This is called Starting Again. And fall into a drink in the table in the corner always makes me think of the Burn in Somerville, Massachusetts. And in fact, there's a version of this song on stages, the first stages, right down the road from the Burn at the Somerville Theater. And the Somerville Theater is where we did the the CD release show for this record in Davis Square, Somerville, Mass. This is the post I found in my basement today. I found the original poster from that show, 2006. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. I'll hold it up for Instagram in a minute. February 17th, 2006. And Danelia Cotton and my good friend Tom Bianchi opened up. And so for some reason we did half-price CDs in our wisdom, which probably cost us a lot of money, but we just wanted the CD to get out there so bad we just gave it, if anybody bought one, we gave them another one. Yeah, look, it says on the poster, also, since tickets may cost slightly more than one might prefer, we're offering you the possibly tacky-sounding, though wholeheartedly well-intentioned opportunity to get half-price CDs. That's John Adams, who did this artwork, who definitely wrote that, too. But, yeah, that was I'm sorry it's backward for Instagram, but that was it. Yeah. Anyway. Found a bunch of cool stuff in my basement today. I got all these old show posters and all kinds of stuff. Memorabilia. Alright. Well. Painting lines, taking down numbers, falling to a drink at the table in the corner, making eyes with another perfect stranger, when in steps my mind. Danger, 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 where we run. Starting again. Stepping out of a long and lazy rainy morning, falling to a deeper understanding of the story. And these new eyes can only lead me to wonder about the place that I am leaving, about the spell that I was under, talking about. Starting again. I could throw it all down, pick you up in a blaze of light. Rolling over mountains, we could all roll around all night, and everything would be alright. Once we get in the car and drive. Starting again. Here among this wooden life and stacks of unending paper, people starting to scare me, and my insides are feeling safer than the outside world and the people I no longer comprehend. I've been thinking about starting over. I've been thinking about starting again. Starting again. It's another adventure for the massive understanding. Only time to think about the towns that we are passing. We can read the signs and feel the blood in our bones. And anywhere our hearts are beating, we could call our home and we could start again. We can start again. We can throw it all away and laugh into the light of a new dawn. Laughing at anything, we could grow new eyes and sing new songs. We don't have to ever keep it on the inside. Once we get in the car and drive. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. Starting again. Oh, starting again. Starting again. Thanks, everybody. That was One Fine Color. I'll be back with you next Friday. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for tuning in every week. Hang in there amidst this storm of craziness. The storm will pass. The fog will lift. But we got to get through it. But thanks again so much. It's an absolute pleasure to play for everybody every week. And thanks for your help. Oh, I found this in my basement. Check this out. Okay, this has nothing to do with the album One Fine Color, but I found this in my basement. You know who that is? This is Willie Mays. When I was 10 years old, I was in the 5th grade, and it was like part of a small group in school through a teacher of ours. We wrote letters to, we got to pick out there was some book or something that had like addresses for famous people. And I loved Willie Mays, the baseball player. He's one of the best baseball players of all time. He's on like the Mount Rushmore. And I was 10 years old and I loved him, and I read 2 books about him when I was in 5th grade. And I wrote Willie Mays a letter and asked him for his autograph, for an autographed picture, and he sent me one. So this is Willie Mays, and that's all I got to say. I just think that's so cool. Keeping that forever. All right. Love you, people. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.